Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Texas Christian Television Network and the Missionary Church of God in Christ Television Network. We're here at the 165 Community Forum, which is a community forum that deals with the critical point situations that affect our lives. Today, as promised, we're going to look into the core reasons or the core dispute over immigration enforcement, ICE and CBP. Now, we have had a shutdown of our government, basically because the Democrats in the Senate are primarily blocking full funding of the Department of Homeland Security. Now, this is a partisan standoff that began in mid-February 2026, leading to a partial shutdown of parts of the department. Now, this is one of the longest shutdowns on record. Now, the Republicans that control the House and Senate majority, but the Senate requires 60 votes to advance most of the spending that is required to completely fund the Department of Homeland Security. Now, these people are seeking to leverage control to force some of these things that we need to look at here. Now, it centers on U.S. immigration and customs enforcement, or ICE, and Customs and Border Protection, CBP. Now, we need to look at this because remember, maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, when President Biden's administration allowed open borders, and we had 10 to 40 million unvetted people to come into our country. Now, Americans, we are not against legal immigration. That means where people come into our country legally, and even there are some situations that I'm aware of where there are young people that were born here and had no idea that they were required to register. This is something that should be corrected to the point where these people that did not have nefarious or evil intents of entering our country should be able to pursue a path of citizenship. Now, all of this can be corrected, but the thing that we are dealing with now, we have a group of people that wants to control the Department of Homeland Security, and most of all, the Immigration and Custom Enforcement and the Custom and Border Protection. These are the same people that for 4 years and maybe a little bit longer allowed a flood of people into our country. We've seen things that happen up in Colorado. We've seen things happening in Minnesota. We've even seen things happening in California, where Americans are saying, how dare you to come into my country and act like this? One of the things that we must make sure is that our country adhere to the laws that are on our books. We need to make sure that they're enforced. We need to make sure that the people that enforce our laws are held accountable. Now, when I say held accountable, if there are border guards or ICE people that are doing things that is against the law, we need to hold them accountable. But as an old school person, I understand you do not want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, if you understand what I'm saying. You want to make sure the baby is clean, and once the baby's clean, set them to the side, then you disperse with the water. But the old bromine of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, that is something that we do not want to do. We want to make sure that we hold on to the laws that are on our books. We want to make sure that they work. We want to make sure that they are applied correctly by the enforcement, law enforcement people, and also by our judges. It is so very important for us to understand why we have immigration laws. I like to point out the fact that one of the countries that is closest to us, well, closest to Texas, is Mexico. And most of us here in Texas, we love and respect Mexico, okay? But we will not take it upon ourselves to just bum rush the border of Mexico and enter that country illegally, because we know what will happen. You will be put in a Mexican jail. And I've never been in a Mexican jail, but I've heard these are places that you don't want to go. So what I'm saying is, we respect sovereign nations. We as Americans need to make sure that those on the outside and those on the inside need to respect the sovereignty of the United States of America. Here in Texas, we had to go in the Republican primary. 98% of the people that voted in the Republican primary said that we do not want Sharia law in Texas. Sharia law is a law that says it is supreme over any law. Well, it's not supreme over the law of my God. No, it is supreme over the law of my country. And this is something that Americans need to open our eyes and understand, open our eyes and investigate, because we have people that are showing up on our education campuses, our high school campuses. They're passing out Qurans, they're giving hijabs to girls, they are asking why Islam. Well, I'm a pastor. If I showed up at the Duncanville High School passing out Bibles, guess what? I would be arrested. But why are these people allowed to do such? And we haven't heard it on the major media. We didn't hear it on Fox, Channel 4, Channel 5, news, NBC, ABC, So we need to ask ourselves, what is going on? We need to get involved, because if we don't, we will end up like Turkey, like Syria, like Lebanon, okay? All we have to do is just research these countries, okay? We need to see what is going on in Germany. We need to understand what is going on in Sweden now, to the point where they are banning, they're putting Muslims out. And a lot of people say, well, oh, that is Islamophobic. Well, here's what you need to ask yourself. Who started this Islamophobic thing? The Muslim Brotherhood. Go figure. Thank you again for joining us. We ask that you would subscribe to our channel, that you would like our broadcast, and tell others about the 165 Community Forum. Have a good day.